What's up, guys? Maritime Spook here, and having kind of an off day with the old weather. It's kind of raining, kind of not. The sun comes out, then it goes away. But I just want to show you something really quick here, guys, from our buddies over at Uberleben. I got some really cool stuff from them guys over the years, and they're always innovating different things and figuring out solving little problems with their gear that will make it easier for you out in the woods. Now, I really like that about them. And so what we're going to do sometime is I'm going to take, because I've got basically a whole cook set by them, stove, the stoker stove, the Kessel kettle, we got fat wood from it. I got everything you need to boil coffee, cook, except for, well, actually, no, you can cook in the Kessel too. So yes, you got everything for a little cookout type of thing. So we'll go out and boil up some coffee here soon. I got to stick close to the house today. I got phone calls and stuff, and I got actually, unfortunately, a sick little pup in there. So I can't take off too far. So I'm just doing stuff around the yard and things that I, would normally do around the yard. So what I want to show you here today, though, guys, is they got a couple new products that they've been touting there lately. And this one right here is the Uberleben. It's called the Tindar Wick. Tindar, or Tindar Wick, sorry. So basically it's, Tindar Wick. It's a different, I believe, maybe even Scandinavian type of way they spelled it. Or at least some kind of European way they spelled it. And basically what it is, guys, the brass tacks of it, it's a piece of hemp rope infused with paraffin. So it's really water resistant and holds a flame really well. And it's got this pocket bellows wrapped around it. And this is like like a T6 aluminum type of stuff here. And what that does is, for one, you can take it off of the wick, pull it out through and take it off, which I'm not going to do right now, but you can. You take it off, you can use it as a bellows. If you don't know what that is, basically if you ever tried to blow on a fire, and only, about a tenth of what you're blowing out your mouth is actually going in to get the fire going. With a bellows, like this little thing, you can concentrate, the air, and you can just ignite, fire a lot easier. So that's what that is. But this sleeve, when it's on the piece of hemp rope, is acting as basically a sleeve that you can keep and direct the fire any way you want. So the way I liken this to right here, guys, what's cool about it, and we're going to light it here in a second, and I'll show you partly what I mean. But what I think is cool about it is, if you've ever lit a match, for one, they go out really quick. But for two, if you light it and then you've got maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15, even with the bigger matches, so you can get the things lit, and then by then it's almost down to your fingers and it's about ready to burn you. So if you can't get the stuff lit in that amount of time, you're just going to go and grab another match. With this, you're able to light the wick at the end, and then you've got this cool piece here, and I mean cool as in temperature, and it is cool too at the same time, but it's cool temperature wise. You can hold this and direct it any way you want. So if you want to light some birch bark up top a little bit or down bottom, or you want to get up underneath something and light it, you made a torch and you want to light it a certain way, you've got that. And you've got an hour-long cumulative. So, I mean, if you just lit it and let this go, it'll burn for an hour. Now, you're not going to do that, because if you're lighting something, you're not going to need an hour of burn time. You're going to spark this up. You're going to, use it for a few seconds to light what you're doing safely without burning your hands. And then you're going to put it back out. So, but they have this, like I said, so there's a lot of fires on this thing here. But with a lot of Uberleben products, they actually sell... for not very much money, you can get yourself another reload of a bunch of other things. And another thing I want to talk about, or another wick, sorry. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is I save all these little bags right here, because when I am done doing the videos of this, I'm going to put this Tindar Wick right here in my Leonard Leatherworks, my belt pouch that goes on my bushcraft utility belt. And I'm going to leave it right in the package, because it'll be, totally water resistant. And I can put other tinders and things like that in it. So all of their products do come with these little bags. They're like a Ziploc type bag, but stronger. So very, very cool. So I'll be using that right there when I'm done with this. This is going to go right in my pouch because I really like this, guys, and I like using a match, but this is just taking it 10 steps further. So I'm going to set the camera up a little bit different, and then I'm going to light this thing and show you what I'm talking about, and then I have another product here to show you that's a new variation of something that they've did before. But let's just light this up first, and I'll show you what we're working with here. Alright guys, so we're back here, guys. I got the camera set up a little different. So what I'm going to show you here, guys, is another thing. A lot of people, sometimes they'll either won't follow directions or they'll do it kind of wrong. But I saw some people tried at different times that couldn't really get it because they didn't fluff this out at the end. Now, I've used this a couple times and I burnt some of the stuff up, so I cut it off. But what you do basically, guys, is at the end, you're going to want to take this and fluff it up, just like you would a cotton ball. If you're going to use your fire steel to light a cotton ball, you're going to fluff that cotton ball up. So it's the same thing, principle applies with this hemp rope infused with the paraffin. You're going to want to fluff this up, and that way it's making better surface area, and the fibers are going to light easier by you fluffing that up. So, I mean, I fluff it up pretty good. You don't got to go right nuts. And the thing to do, obviously, first is to have this fluffed up. When I put this back in my pouch, I'm going to already have it fluffed up. That way I don't got to fluff with it when I get to wanting to make a fire. But just showing you right now, I left it this way on purpose so I could show you that, you know, you want it to fluff it up like so. So what basically you're going to do, guys, is, you know, on the ground or just wherever you're at, you know, you take out your knife. Today, the more cancelable with a 90-degree spine, and I've got a ferro rod in my pouch at all times, and this happens to be another Uberleben ferrocerium rod, the Loden, which I'm going to show you. They have another variation of this Loden. And just for argument's sake here, guys, while we're doing a video, on my fire steel, I have this I can hook this to. This is just a little swing hook right there with a button, so I can hook this to, you know, different things. Or even onto my belt. I've got the Loden fire steel, I've got a big chunk of fat wood, and I've got a whistle on here. So just a little bit of extra stuff, because I don't use a striker with this, I always use a knife. Just something to show you. But so anyway, you take your fire steel, and what I've been doing is just set it right on top. I like this way to light things, guys, because it pins the tinder down. So you'll take your knife with your nice 90-degree spine, and there you go. So that lights right up, guys, and now you've got a focusable match. Basically, you can take that and put it up underneath the stove, you can take it and put it up underneath things and fire, and you've got a thing you can hold on to by this cool thing. And as I said, cool in temperature, this bellow, and you can direct that around without you burning your hand. So now you basically have a match that won't go out, that you can direct. And it's windy out now, guys, and this is not going out. So if you want to put it out, guys, obviously you don't want the wick just to burn down, because it's not going to take that long to light a fire. You just blow it out, and she's out. Now you could take this over and smother it out like that, if you wanted to, or you could even just, you know, you could just let it go out, because the other one I just let it go out. But what I've been doing, guys, is getting ready for next time. The little bit that I burnt, which wasn't very much for that amount of time even, I'll just take my knife and score it off of there. You know, now I've got a new piece that I can fluff out, which I will do before it goes into my pouch. And then I've got a really cool way to go. So you can see what I mean, guys. You have a very awesome little piece of kit, because you can direct the flame. And also, this is a pocket bellows, as I said. And you can take that right off of there. And not get it the wrong way. But you can take it off of there and focus your air in your fire. So it's just a great little piece of kit, guys. It's something that they thought of, that, you know, that's what I said, they're thinking outside the box, and they're making kit that you know, is going to come in handy for a lot of people. Now I cut that weird, so I'm going to have to fit that back on there, but it's easy to put on and take it off and put it on like 10 times. So but one thing I wanted to show you guys before I let you go is I showed you this load and fire steel. They've gotten away from using the wood for basically a lot of reasons. One being, you know, it's just the sustainability of wood basically, but they've used a polymer that for one is more, we'll say, indestructible, and two, it looks cool. I like it. So it's the same fire. Actually, this is the Pro. I think it's, no, they're about the same. This is the thicker one. So this is the load in here with the wood, and now they've got a polymer. You know, the same thing they make handguns out of. You know, that's how that goes now. So we got one of these to try out as well for next time. And once again, at some point, guys, I'll probably get with them and maybe we'll do another giveaway through them again. So, but that was just a couple things to show you there, guys. I appreciate everything you guys do watching the channel when I've had these big breaks in between. You know, getting my stuff, getting my mind and my health back together. So I greatly appreciate you guys. But just check out that. There'll be a link in the description to Uberleben. You can get all that stuff on Amazon now, Amazon.ca and Amazon.com. All great gear. That Tindar Wick thing, like these, that's going back into my belt pouch right now, guys. I will use that. We'll get out again soon and do a video using the stove, the kettle, the lower 12 cup, all the stuff that I've got in conjunction, because it's added up into a really good cook and outdoors kit and fire making kit, and we'll do that all together and show you. So anyway, guys, Spook signing out. Stay safe. I appreciate everyone. Yes, God bless.